about your pelvis. I don't know how to follow that really, I've set myself up here. But basically, when you think about all the joints that move in your body, obviously there's a lot of them, but there's some big areas that are really important to be aware of to get good, correct posture and to avoid having, you know, very common back pain, neck pain, upper back pain, lower back pain, they're sort of different things. And one of the things that you need to be aware of in that is your pelvis, okay? Because your pelvis is several bones all joined together around in your hips, and they move in a couple of different ways, and these having the positions in the wrong way at the wrong time can contribute to back pain. So this isn't really about how to get it in the right position necessarily, or how to exercise for this. It's more to help you understand how this moves and be aware of it, okay? So when you're standing up straight, you really want to sort of think about this as being like a straight line, and that would be a neutral pelvis position, which does give you a little arch in your back because your spine is this S-shaped curve, and it's cleverly designed like that because that's the best way for it to balance the load of your body and help you move in the most efficient way, and that's when all your muscles are working well together. However, what can often happen when we sit down, it's quite often that our pelvis is tilted under. So if you think about your pelvis being straight like this, your pelvis can tilt under. It's only quite a small movement. If you think this is very much how you are when you sat down, your tailbone is sort of pulled under you. And what that does is that flattens out this curve in your back. And that's going to affect how you move. It's putting a lot of pressure on your back. Your spine's out of kilter. It's not working correctly. And it can be very common for people to stand in this slouched position with their spine. I can feel the pain in my lower back, particularly around the sort of lower section in the tailbone. There's a lot of compression that's happening there. So that's just something to be aware of, okay? And that can be through tightness in the hamstrings, just pulling that down, and just bad posture over time. So the other end of this spectrum, if you like, is where your pelvis is tipped too far forwards. So again, instead of being nice and straight in this straight line, you're sticking your bum out a little bit, and this curve in your back becomes more exaggerated. Now equally, this is still putting discomfort on my back, albeit a little bit higher up. And again, this can be caused by muscular imbalance. If you've got a lot of weight on your tummy, or you've had pregnancies where, you know, obviously you've got a lot of weight to carry, that can start to sort of have created and sort of stretch some of these muscles to pull that body out of shape to carry those babies, and you can be left in this position, which again, you don't realise that you're in. And you can end up being in either of these positions all day, walking round, or that way, walking round. So you're doing all of your activities in the day with your body out of alignment. So have a look at your own body in the mirror. Have a look and see where you're holding your pelvis at the moment, how that's lined up, and start to just become aware of that in your body, because that is the first step to start to think about how this part of your body moves, okay, and where it is in you, okay, because understanding that could help you then with your sort of approach to exercise and stretching to get that pelvis area in proper alignment. Okay, so that's maybe not as interesting as it sounded at the beginning, but hey ho, important nonetheless. All right, I'll see you soon.